What's going on, everybody? This is Ultimate iDevice Vids, and today in this video we're going to be doing a battery drain test between the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the new Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. And alright, with automatic brightness and color temperature modifications disabled on both devices, we've set both displays to the exact same amount of brightness using a lux meter. And this is what I consider to be a realistic brightness level for real-life usage. Just to let you guys know, the S21 Ultra is set to adaptive under motion smoothness, meaning the display refresh rate can automatically adjust to as high as 120 Hz in certain conditions like scrolling and animations. This is what the phone automatically comes set at, and in reality it's what most users are going to be using the display at. And they're both running their latest operating systems respectively. Also, both devices have brand new fresh batteries installed. You can see the 12 Pro Max is at 100% battery capacity, and of course the S21 Ultra was just released this week, so it does have a brand new battery as well. Also, for those curious, we're using a US model of the S21 Ultra with the Snapdragon processor. And alright, we're going to disconnect the power source that these two devices are connected to, and we'll remove the cables, and we're going to get started with some YouTube video streaming. So we're going to load up the same YouTube video on both devices. We're going to make sure that it's set to the same quality on both, and that it's full screen on both, and we're going to let this video stream for 1 hour. So after 1 hour of YouTube video streaming, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is at 97%, and the Galaxy S21 Ultra is at 94%. And alright, with both devices remaining pretty close to each other in terms of percentage, we're going to head on over to Instagram, and we're going to look at stories and posts for another hour. And after an hour of Instagram, the 12 Pro Max is at 91%, and the S21 Ultra is at 88%. Next, we're going to do some gaming in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So we're going to launch up the application here on both, and actually get into a game here, get it loaded up, and we're just going to play the game on both for an hour. And alright, after 1 hour of playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the 12 Pro Max is at 78%, and the S21 Ultra is now at 80%. So, as you're seeing so far, they're still remaining very close together in terms of percentage, with the S21 Ultra now pulling a little bit ahead. And we're moving on to some web browsing, of course using Safari on the iPhone and using Chrome on the Galaxy. And we're just going to be loading new web pages and scrolling through web pages on theverge.com and apple.com for an hour. And 1 hour of web browsing leaves the 12 Pro Max at 71% and the S21 Ultra at 74%. Next, we're going to do a little bit more gaming, this time in Subway Surfers. So we'll get into the application here, and we're just going to play Subway Surfers on both for 30 minutes. A half an hour of Subway Surfers leaves the 12 Pro Max at 66% and the S21 Ultra at 68%. Next, we're going to head over to Temple Run, and we're going to play the game for 10 minutes with ads appearing in between rounds. And checking back in, the 12 Pro Max is at 64% and the S21 Ultra is at 66%. Next up, we're going to head over to PUBG, and we're going to go ahead and start a match and just play the game on both for another hour. And that leaves both the 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra tied at 53%. And alright, with the first round of the battery test completed, let's go ahead and head back over to YouTube, and we'll stream that video once again. And once again, we'll ensure that both devices are set to the same video quality and that they're both full screen, and we'll stream that video again for an hour. And after another hour of YouTube video streaming, both devices are tied yet again, this time at 47%. So with these two phones remaining neck and neck, we're going to head back to Instagram and look at stories and posts yet again for another hour. After the hour of Instagram, the 12 Pro Max is at 40% and the S21 Ultra is at 41%. And now we're going to head back to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and you guys know the drill by now. We'll just play the game for another hour. And checking back in, the 12 Pro Max is at 25% and the S21 Ultra is at 32%. And we'll go ahead and move on to the second hour of web browsing. So once again, loading new pages and scrolling through pages on theverge.com and apple.com. And taking a look after the second hour of web browsing, the 12 Pro Max is at 19% and the S21 Ultra is at 25%. So with both of them continuing to stay at, basically the same level, we'll head over to Subway Surfers for our second 30 minutes of gameplay. This leaves the 12 Pro Max with 14% and the S21 Ultra with 18%. So heading over to Temple Run for our second 10 minutes of gameplay, in addition to, again, the ads appearing in between each round. And taking a look after that, the 12 Pro Max is at 12% and the S21 Ultra is at 17%. And onto our second hour of PUBG, so we'll launch up the game here, and start a match on both and just keep it going for an hour. And right at the end of the second hour of PUBG, the S21 Ultra hit 5%, which triggered the phone to automatically reduce the display brightness. So I took a second to readjust the screen brightness to the same amount we've been using throughout this video. And getting back to the test, the iPhone is now at 1% and the Galaxy is at 5%. So we're going to head back to YouTube, and of course we'll ensure the quality is set to the same on both and that they're both full screen, and we'll see how long they can stay on for. And 11 hours and 45 minutes into this test, the Galaxy dies, and literally under 2 minutes after that, the iPhone also dies at 11 hours and 47 minutes into this test. So there you have it. As you've seen throughout this video, these phones have performed basically the same in regards to battery life in this test. Of course, as always, battery life entirely depends on what you do on your device, but when it comes down to choosing between these two devices, I'd say battery life shouldn't be too big of a deciding factor, as both of these devices have incredible battery life. It really just comes down to which phone you prefer. If you guys are considering buying either of these phones, let me know down below in the comments section which one you're considering, and if you already have one of them, let me know down below in the comments section how your battery life has been. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.